A stenographer, a steganographer, and a stegosaurus. F, marry, kill.
Marry the steganographer. Kill the stenographer.
Why?
F the stegosaurus.
Not have sex with the stegosaurus! I mean, now that I think about it, you're only gonna have the one chance, right? What a cool party trick.
That is a story that no one can ever top. I had sex with a dinosaur.
The modern rogues are in for a hurting today.
So cryptography is encrypting messages, but when you get a message, you can tell it's encrypted, right?
Yeah, you see all the gobbledygook and you know that there's a code there to be broken.
Right. Steganography is what exactly?
Steganography is where you are hiding the message in such a way that no one even knows there's anything hidden there. No one knows that there's anything to decode. Usually it's in an image or hidden within another file.
So it would be the equivalent of you intercepted a Where's Waldo photo and you never knew that the whole point of the photo was to find Waldo.
Right.
To you, it's like, well, what a weird tableau of people at a fair.
Yeah.
That person's eating a funnel cake.
Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci would put it in his paintings.
Oh, I thought you said Leonardo was painting Waldo.
Leonardo da Vinci
I
did
believe
the
that.
first Where's Waldo.
How far back does steganography go?
Probably forever. But one of the first written examples is from Herodotus. Herodotus tells of a guy named Histiaeus who took one of his servants, shaved his head, wrote a message in it, and then waited for the guy's hair to grow out. And then he sent this guy to his vassal and said, when you get there, shave your head so that this guy can see the message.
In my mind, it's like he's there at a giant feast and all of a sudden, oh, come in, you're the guy, aren't you? Yes, here, let me grab a razor. And he shaves it and it's just dick butt. He's the first troll.
It's never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
That's what it should have been. I don't know if this is steganography, but I know that Michelangelo hid like really cool scientific stuff in his paintings. The Sistine Chapel recently verified that the photo of, I think it's God touching Adam's finger or whatever, like the cloth around God is exactly the structure of the human brain, something that nobody had seen unless you were gross enough to go look at a corpse. So it was this kind of coy, pro-science hat tip that he was giving in there. That seems like legit steganography, yeah?
Yeah, and
Oh my God, one of my favorite shirts when I was a kid was a cover of the Akira poster, right? Neo Tokyo is about to explode. You see Japan, you see this exploding black explosion on there, and I was wearing it looking down at the city of Japan, and I saw like, that looks like words. And on the tops of it, it said AZ rules. And then I looked at the artist's name and it was AZ was the initials. This guy had written his own name and a message upside down in a shirt that could only be viewable to the person who was wearing it.
nice. A lot of it is, I think it's like those Mad magazines where you could take the cover and then fold it in a certain way.
That would be steganography, right?
Right.
Because you think you're just looking at like, I don't know, belly dancing girl, but instead it's scathing indictment of Madonna or something.
Right. So remember those things that were big in the 90s where they would take hundreds of frames of The Empire Strikes Back and put them all together to make a mosaic of Yoda?
Yeah, it used to be that those were designed by real artists, but then computers entered the equation and they were able to color correct and make stuff bright or dark or sift everything. To me, it kind of lost that handmade charm.
What if one of those tiny little frames actually had a hidden message written in it?
Holy cow, nobody would bother to think, there's no decoding of it.
Yeah, that is really the most blatant example, is hiding a message within something physical that you can look at and never know that it's there.
Which, by the way, that's one of the techniques that comes into play with sleight of hand and doing magic, is there's a balance between what we as magicians call signal to noise ratio. If I gave something too simple of a signal, if I just showed a coin and then covered my hand and then revealed the coin gone, that's too clear a signal because you would now know to look at my other hand for the coin. But if you added noise by transferring and telling a story, then that noise camouflages that exact moment that I palmed off the coin and makes it totally invisible.
Precisely. Everything that you need is right there. You just don't know that you're supposed to be looking for it.
So in the 21st century, nowadays, stenography usually is associated with the idea of some secret information, like a data document being embedded in another data document.
Yeah, it's like in the movies whenever someone's looking at a picture on a computer and they say, wait, there's more here.
Yeah, dude, like that scene from Contact, they're like, they're actually Hitler? What?
No, it's not always Hitler.
It was.
Oh, it was Hitler.
It was
actually
literally
Hitler.
was Hitler.
It literally was Hitler. I thought this was you going, It's zombie clones of Hitler.
No, that was a
It's
big
like-
point in the movie. It was
Yes.
definitely Hitler.
Yes. So there are tons of different methods to actually try this. There is a free utility online called S-Tools. That's S-Tools.
So right here, Steganography demo.
Yeah. Okay.
And bada bing bang.
Yep.
Okay, few words before you start. S-Tools embraces many new ways of working that are encouraged by Windows 95.
Yeah.
This is relevant.
This is
I thought
like
you said
Cold
this was
War.
21st century,
Like
but I
Cold
guess
War
not.
technology. First, we have to pick the image that is going to house the secret.
Oh, we gotta find an image.
Yeah.
Here, let's make something.
Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. And if a 4-year-old drew the Far Side. In a way.
Did you catch the Gary Larson influence?
Very much so.
So we got this. Let's save as totally normal bitmap. Save to desktop.
I don't think we're worried about the color quality on this
I
one.
think we're fine.
Take that image and just drag it into there.
Totally normal bitmap. Boom. There we go.
Now-
Okay. Oh, we got to make a secret file.
We got to make a secret file.
Okay. All right.
so
all right, here
open
we
up
go.
Notepad.
List of things nobody should know that I believe. The prequels were great. The Earth
It's flat.
is flat. There you go. The 13th Doctor should be a girl. I'm actually super stoked about that.
I think that's enough secrets to divulge.
I feel bad though. Like one of these I don't believe. I mean, sorry, two of these I don't believe.
Bryce is a werewolf.
Oh, there you go. Got it. So save as ideas. Got it. So now we grab that and we drag it in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just drag it over there.
Yep.
Okay.
And it
now,
says passphrase.
here's your passphrase. Now, this is something that you can't find just by looking at it. You have to send it to someone, and then they will unlock it with S-Tools, and they'll have to know the passphrase.
All right. What should the passphrase be?
Grilled cheese.
Oh. We'll just say attempt color reduction.
Sure.
So
Okay.
now-
Hidden data.
And what, we save this somewhere?
Yeah. Did you save as?
Save as
Whatever you want to call the secret file, it defaults to hidden.
super awesome pictures. BMP.
Do .bmp. Let's try that.
Yes.
Yes.
Overwrite it.
Okay. Now.
Oh, it shows it now. It shows
Okay.
it now. So now when I double click it, oh, it's just a simple, easy
Got it,
image
got it,
of,
yeah.
of cow butts. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how do I extract it? Okay, so I send this to you.
You send it to me,
Right.
you email it to me, I open it up, and I'm like, okay, Brian sent me a picture with butts or whatever. But let's say that I open it up in S-Tools because I know that you were sending me something,
Okay,
right?
so real quick, I'm gonna clear out all this stuff as though we're just average Joes.
yeah, just close it out entirely, right?
Okay, so you get this attachment, super awesome pictures.
Yeah.
So here, we're in Steg. So I'm gonna drag
you
this
would-
image
Yeah, you would send it to me, I would open it up.
in S-Tools, and it
S
shows it
Tools.
like this.
Yeah, now right click on it.
Reveal!
Yeah, there's an option that says reveal.
Oh, that's great.
And then I would type in grilled cheese or whatever password
Yeah.
we had agreed upon.
There's, oh, it does. It says revealed files, ideas.txt, size 162. So if I right click on that, I can save as,
Yeah.
and we can pull it back out. Great ideas encoded. And now, wait for it. Great ideas encoded. Oh, and again, it doesn't know what to
Oh,
make of this,
yeah,
so we
yeah,
have to do .txt. And there it is.
There it is, yeah. Now, think about how important this could actually be. We're sending pictures of cow butts and so forth, but think about people using it in oppressive regimes and trying to get secret information out and political dissidents and so forth.
Well, and that's one of the things is that people think that anybody who hides anything is up to no good. Up to no good is very relative given the current political climate that you are operating underneath. If you're in a place where people are killing your family for the ideas that they have,
Yeah.
then this could be extraordinarily useful.
Yeah, you could, it's a picture of a baby, but really, here's the route to escape whatever danger you're in.
Are there any obvious clues that there's something beneath the surface of a JPEG or a video?
There's not really gonna be something that jumps out at you, but if you look at a file size that is suspiciously large, there could very well be something hiding in
So
there.
that's going to indicate that if you're the one encoding everything in there, you want to make sure if it's a JPEG, don't make it 300 megabytes large. Like, let's be smart about what you're up to.
Yeah, or if you compress it too much, someone might ask, why did they compress this simple JPEG?
Yeah, so it's sort of the same rules that get you unnoticed in a crowd of people are what you want to do with your digital files, right?
Exactly, and there's so many different ways to do it. There are ways you can do it in the command window or various tools that you can use online just to hide whatever you want to hide.
So if anybody wants to go down this rabbit hole, just what? Do a search for steganography?
Yeah, that's it. You just search for steganography, and there are a lot of websites that collect the various methods you can use.
And just for fun, we turned this episode into an example of steganography. If you're super engaged and you have the patience, the wherewithal, and the know-how, you'll be able to figure out the secret messages, assemble them all together, and you should go on a very short quest with a hopefully rewarding ending. We don't know. We haven't written it yet.
It will kickstart their journey onto the path of enlightenment.
That's not true. That's not. We literally, as we're recording this, have not decided what we're going to do.
Secret knowledge.
No.
You will unlock all of your chakras and become a bodhisattva.
Okay. This is not. There's more of your conspiracy stuff.
Nicolas Cage will find it in the next National Treasure movie.
Okay, that might happen though.
This is my yearbook photo.
I want that. I want that on a bumper sticker. It just says, "I had sex with a dinosaur." Tripping springs.
Boise. Woo! Boise, Idaho.